This week on Coach Gabby, we're practicing gratitude. Gratitude, it always helps my attitude. Let me hear the people in the back. Gratitude, it always helps my attitude. Now the people over there. Gratitude, it always helps my attitude. Now the people at work. Gratitude, it always helps my attitude. Welcome back to Trauma Informed Talk with Coach Gabby. I think by now you know that I'm Coach Gabby. Hey everyone, welcome back. Okay, we're talking about practicing gratitude, and it's not sort of like just wake up in the morning and write a list of things you're grateful for, although that's definitely a form of practicing gratitude. That's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about doing it throughout your day multiple times and how to maybe know when to do it, when I know when to do it using parts work, and how I'm able to do it maybe more quickly than usual. And that's because I did something with my therapist called a value system. So I'm going to explain both of those, how I use those two items to practice gratitude throughout my day, every day. Here we go. So I've talked to you a little bit before about parts work, internal family systems, and I use that to practice gratitude because I can always tell when I'm kind of falling back into my old like negative thinking patterns or negative stuck points. And one of the parts that pops up that I would say reminds me of that time in my life when I was thinking more negatively, I call that part Eeyore. And if you've ever read Winnie the Pooh or seen Winnie the Pooh cartoons, you know who Eeyore is. And it's just sort of that sad voice where nothing goes right. And when Eeyore starts popping up, that's when I can recognize, like, uh-oh, those are old thinking patterns. I'm not depressed. Why is Eeyore here? And that's like how I notice when it happens. And it could be something as simple as I'm on my way to a gig and traffic is horrible, right? And now I'm not going to be there the time I want to be there. And instead of just like, oh, that happens, my brain will be like, always my luck. I can never get what I want in life. I have the worst luck. If I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck. Like when that starts, I can go, wait a minute, Eeyore, what are you doing here? We're not depressed. We love our life. We're driving to a gig where we get to perform art that we created. We are so grateful. Sure, there's traffic and that stinks, but sometimes things don't go your way and all of your clients are kind. You're not going to be late. You're just not going to be as early as you wanted. Everything's fine. And in that, I'm grateful. I'm like grateful for my job, grateful for what I get to do, grateful for how kind the clients will be. And I'm like automatically making a gratitude list without needing to like write it down in a notebook. It's just like a mental gratitude list to pull me out of those former negative stuck points I used to have all the time, but they flare up every once in a while. And often it can happen when I'm in traffic. Another thing I did in therapy that has really helped me, especially when I'm, wanting to choose gratitude, wanting to practice gratitude, is something called your value system. Now, it's not like I'm a Catholic. No, it's not like that. It's not your religion. It's not that. Value system sort of, or the way my therapist explained it to me is, what in life makes you, gives you the joy that makes you want to do the things you do? You know, why do you go to work and earn money? Like what is the goal of that? Is it to spend time with family and friends? That's definitely part of my value system. The more time I can get with my sissy and my best friend Minnie and my little godson, the more time I get with my Aunt Val, any time I can spend with my brother, you know, these are joys to me. These are my values, and that's what I'm working towards, right? Time with the people I love. Other things I value, I'm pretty simple in a lot of ways. So it might be easier for me to like grab onto gratitude, but I truly like just value sunshine. I even value a gray day if it has that like cinematic quality to it. I can value a light rain. I can value a light wind, like just earth, like the atmosphere, the weather can be a simple joy that I can really take value in. You know what I mean? And when you start putting down all the things you value, family, friends, a beautiful day, the sound of birds in the air, and you can determine why you do what you do. And for me, it's not just those simple things. I mean, something that I value is that I am an artist. I value that I get to create and I get to share the things I create with others. And I want to keep doing that. So when I'm making choices, when I'm having thoughts, when I keep that value system at the core, it helps me sort of sort out feelings versus thoughts, meaning, you know, I do very much value my job. I extremely value what I get to do. But sometimes, you know, there might be hurdles or something that's slightly difficult, especially with the mental health work that I do. Let's say I'm going to be a keynote speaker for a major event, right? And this event is paid through with grant money from the United States government. So me, even though I have been asked to come and do this and I'm an independent contractor, I might have to fill out tons of paperwork to properly be vetted to do the gig, right? And there have been times where I'm just like, it's difficult for me. I have ADHD. I really struggle with that sort of stuff. And I get in a mood and I'm getting angry and my attitude is getting bad, right? And I can step back and go, wait a minute. What's my value system? Well, I really love what I get to do for a living. And in order to get to do what I love for a living, sometimes I have to jump these professional hurdles and fill out a lot of paperwork because at the end of it, I get to do what I love for a living. Oh, I'm so grateful. I'm even grateful that I have to fill out this paperwork. I'm grateful that anyone would even want to hire me to get me to this point that I have to do this work right now. And it's like that. I can just flip it on a dime. I can flip that negative attitude of, oh, I stink at paperwork. I don't like paperwork. I shouldn't even have to do it. I don't even want this thing. Yeah, you do want this thing. You love this thing. This is why you get up and breathe and exist. So when you know your value system, and when my therapist had me write it all down and we would go back to it. If I would come to therapy with like a conflict or a problem, she'd go, wait. How does this align with your value system? And when I say it becomes truly the core of your being, it does. And it really helps you navigate through your feelings and your thoughts. When I first started therapy and my therapist was teaching me meditation, she was telling me like, yes, you know, grounding, especially you do that in a moment of anxiety, right? You'd ground yourself to get back to reality in a way. But she said in order to really perfect grounding, you need to do it when you're not having anxiety, right? Like you need to practice it when you're good, because like that's how you'll start to do it more regularly. And I feel like that also overlaps onto gratitude. I really try to make a practice of being grateful even when things aren't going bad. Like even when it's just like truly when it is just a boring, non-eventful day, I will take a second and go, oh my gosh, thank you for today being uneventful, no drama. Oh, thank you for this hour of peace, of just complete peace. Everyone in my world is okay right now. I am so grateful. Thank you. And I try to do that because we all know, like you have every day is full of wonderful moments and rotten moments. And if when you're in the middle of those wonderful or even just fine moments, if you can just take a second to be like, oh, life's okay right now. Thank you, because in 2 hours it could change. So if in those moments you could just take a second of being like, yeah, this is great. I'm really lucky for this hour in my day right now. You'll just start appreciating your own life so much more. I mean, it helps ground you into your reality and give you appreciation for what you have. I think so much in our culture, and especially with social media, it's always looking to what everybody else has, what everyone else is doing, and comparing yourself. And I don't know whose quote it is, but comparison is the thief of joy. And on this channel, we're striving for joy, friends. So I want to end this week's video with asking you all to spend this week on your good moments, your bad moments, and your just in-between moments to practice a little gratitude for everything you have in your life, everything you are. And I want to say a deep, heartfelt gratitude to all of you who watch this every week. I want to give a big shout out to my friend Heather Slaughter. Not only do you watch it, you leave comments, which is engagement, which helps my channel. So thank you so much. And also check out Heather. She's also a life coach. And I think she's like trained in way more than just trauma informed. Like she has a really deep background with helping people. So please follow Heather. She's incredible. She's a really good friend. And I just want to thank everyone in my life who is there for me. I'm so grateful for you. I have the best family and friends in the world. I have the greatest network of mental health collaborators you can ask for. I am a very, very, very lucky girl. And tomorrow is my godson's birthday, and you know that he is someone I am utterly grateful to have in my life. So I will be celebrating him all month. I consider April his month. And yeah, I'm just really grateful for every single one of you. Have a wonderful week, and I will catch you next week. I'm Coach Gabby. Bye.